how do you feel about Josh Donaldson going into this season? There seems to be sort of a switch these past few years where
Yeah.
Josh Donaldson has kind of became the face of the Blue Jays when
Yeah.
it was Jose for the very longest time.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Josh Donaldson right now?
You know what? He won the MVP, and the MVP becomes the face of the league, becomes the face of your team, and I'm okay with that. I love Jose, and I know we're going to talk about Jose in a little bit, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with he's your MVP of the league, and he needs to be the face of the Blue Jays because he's going to be the face for a long time coming.
So we traded for him. When is his contract up, and when is the first time we can throw money at him?
Okay, so we had an arbitration thing last year. We threw some money at him, and I don't know if it was a 2-year deal. So it might be at the end of this year or next year that we're going to have to renegotiate and give him a long-term deal.
Masai Ujiri, the team that he puts around him, it seems to always find talent. That's what we do, right? We either draft late and we develop guys in the G League. We have one of the best development teams, I think the best of the past decade. And, we've had pretty much our whole core has went through there, right? Fred, OG, Pascal. They've all run through there and they've all found tremendous success now at this new level. Malachi Flynn being the new guy coming in, and we're hoping to see good things from him. So what Masai did with DeMar DeRozan and the Kawhi Leonard, don't expect that to be the thing, right? I don't expect Masai to bring in 10-time All-Stars to Toronto, right? I expect him to find diamonds in the rough, find good, solid trades, and build this team back up to be a championship contender. But it's going to take time.
So, Alexei, he used to be GM here, fan favorite for most.
Yeah.
Someone that you loved.
Yeah.
I think I would be a little bit more at ease if he was here for that trade deadline. We saw that he took the huge risk getting David Price, pretty much destroying the future of the Blue Jays.
The farm system gone.
Exactly, to win now.
Yeah.
Now, Shapiro, he doesn't kind of look like that guy. I mean, he wouldn't
ain't
even
that guy.
try and get Batista and Edwin together.
No.
So, with that in mind, do you think that they will, Shapiro will kind of come out of that, or do you think he will kind of be stingy with the money again?
Yeah.
And that's something I also wanted to talk about, specifically with Edwin. A lot of people have said that, he might be the better sign out of Jose and
Yeah, I would have
Edwin.
signed Edwin.
And I believe we talked about that last year. So, it's weird to see them be so, careless with Edwin,
That's a good
especially
word,
if he had the higher value.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's a really good question. I have no idea. I was wondering if they didn't want to sign either one of them. And we'll get to, I know you're coming to Jose, so we'll get to that in a minute. But, they moved on from Edwin so quickly. Like, they offered him the deal. He just wanted to look around, see what was out there, and they snatched it up real fast.
The Raptors dropped to 2-8 at home following a loss to the Memphis Grizzlies. Here's Nick Nurse and Pascal Siakam on that recent loss.
I think the game was fairly even at one point, Doug, and we had, I think, 3 fast break opportunities. One, you to cut down the lane. Scotty got out one-on-one, got a shot blocked, and then Pascal got out on one-on-one as well and got a shot blocked. So it was 3 chances, I thought, with the game there, and they went down. And it's weird how that happens when you miss a layup at one end. It oftentimes results in one at the other end, and all of a sudden you look up and it felt like we were getting stops and getting out, and the scoreboard was going the wrong direction.
We got to fix that. It's not acceptable. We can't play like that at home, and I think we always say we have this fan base and all that, but we have to show up at home, and I think we got to make it part of what we do, and we got to be better. No excuses, and like that can't happen. It's not acceptable. The fans don't deserve that, so we got to play better at home for sure.
So there you hear from Pascal Siakam and Nick Nurse about the recent struggles from the Toronto Raptors, only winning 3 of their past 10 games. Very unlike the Toronto Raptors. But again, I think this is a flash in the pan. Toronto has a lot of new younger guys that they need to develop. Again, we lost Kyle Lowry. He was kind of the player coach. He was the veteran. He was the captain that everybody rallied behind. Pascal Siakam and Fred VanVleet taking on that role now for the Toronto Raptors, and it's not easy. And like I said before, a lot of new younger guys. There's going to be some struggles for the Toronto Raptors. This is going to be a soft reboot year, but expect them to bounce back next year. For now, it is about the development of Scotty Barnes, who has done phenomenal, Rookie of the Year candidate, and of course the rest of our younger pieces to see what they do going forward. As we know, Masai Ujiri does not want to be a middle of the pack team, so if they really do think that changes need to happen, they will make those changes. But I don't foresee that. Toronto's in a great spot. Of course, they're losing right now, but I think everybody expected to see that this year, considering how young we got very fast, and there's going to be a lot of development. That is why Nick Nurse has kept certain players on a shorter leash, is to teach them that this isn't going to be a long process. We expect a short turnover and to get back into the top 5 teams in the Eastern Conference the next year.